education, we are the information, we are fair. Sensitization, we number one. Farmalam, providing health care for livestock owners and their livestock. When we talk of fishes and how to make them healthy. When we talk of dogs and pets all around and how to make them happy. All that comes to play is Famala. All that comes to mind is Famala. When we talk about to make a fun and how to make it grow. When we talk of everything, na Famala to know. Na Famala to know. Even as if I'm my crops them know that we die. In education, we are.
So this is 11 o'clock on the dot. Good morning, everyone. It's good to have you all here today. You're welcome to yet another Aspire program by Farmalad. Aspire is a Farmalad program organized by Community Engagement Unit for younger veterinarians and veterinary students, where we bring in mentor-worthy personnel to educate them on the career paths they have chosen, the journey so far, and how to build and get better by encouraging them to keep the flag moving through impacting knowledge and wisdom through the influence of these mentors. My name is Dr. Zainab Abdullahi Biu, the Community Engagement Officer for Farmalad. And today, we will be discussing an aspect that will help our younger veterinarians to engage themselves, as well as to know where they're heading to in order to reach out to their goals. And this topic is Upsearch Your Career Through Local and Global Volunteerism. And that is why today we are having Dr. Idota Esther Ene, the Director of Gender and Social Inclusion, Carifika, Nigeria. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I don't know if you can hear me.
She is a veterinarian by profession, where she obtained her DVM from Joseph Sarwan Terka University, Makadi, having pursued her passion for the well-being of animals, where she followed her academic journey by completing her master's in bioinformatics from the prestigious Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology, MIPT. And currently, she is on the verge of completing her second year in a PhD program in molecular virology at the First Moscow State Medical University. Dr. Idota's contribution extends far beyond the ranks of academia. She is a passionate advocate for empowerment of teenagers and young adults, and this led her to create Ranch Teen Wellspring, a platform dedicated to nurturing and mentoring youth for the past 4 years. As the convener of this revamped boot camp, she is also a social innovator who helps people create, develop, and bring in new ideas to life, where she served as a child protection specialist at Carifika, Nigeria, where she later assumed the roles of Director of Gender and Social Inclusion, advocating for gender equality and social justice. Her initiatives, such as Part for Every Girl and Food for Everyone, have brought a tangible change to the lives of marginalized communities. She has worked and volunteered in several NGOs, where she gathered both local and international scholarship in recognition for her academic achievements and contribution to society. She also led various editorial teams, where she is the team lead for a content and editorial team at Maryland, which is an NGO dedicated to facilitating access to international scholarship and opportunities. Dr. Idota continues to inspire and empower individuals to pursue their dream on a global scale. So this is an opportunity for you to ask questions, to meet one of your mentor in order to give us an insight on what or how we can go about all this. So please permit me to welcome our very own Dr. Idota Esther Ene for her presentation. You're highly welcome, ma'am. It's nice meeting you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. Let me confirm that if you can hear me clearly. Please, can you hear me?
Okay, so I'll be sharing your screen.
Okay.
All right.
But can you hear me, right? I want to confirm that you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. So you can start sharing my screen now. You can start sharing my presentation.
We'll do that.
Thank you so much.
IT support. Can you share the screen, please?
Okay, first of all, I want to sincerely appreciate the management and the leadership of Farmalat for this privilege and opportunity to share with great minds. I'm excited about this, and I believe that by the end of this presentation, we would have been able to gain valuable insight that will help us elevate our career. So I really want to appreciate everyone, you all, for this opportunity, and I'm going to try to be as fast as I can to do everything within the stipulated time. And so I will be speaking on elevating your career through local and international volunteering opportunities. As someone that is a recipient of various opportunities as a result of volunteering, I think I would say that I have a little to share about this, and I believe that at the end of today, those that are listening to me will be able to get one or two things. So please move to the next slide, please. Though we already know it, I'm sure you're not hearing this for the first time. You already know what it means, but I'm still going to just give a little definition, which is it's not new to us. What is volunteering? Well, volunteering is just a selfless act where you contribute your time, skills, and passion to a cause on an organization without expecting payments. That's the first part, because people tend to miss volunteering with something else. It's something you are doing without expecting anything in return. At first, that's what it is. So it's not like, and though you do a lot, you contribute a lot, and even treat it like an actual job, but you are doing it and contributing without expecting anything, where you participate in different activities that benefit either a person, an organization, or community. And this can either be locally or internationally. Please can move to the next slide, please. Okay, so please go back to the third slide. Yes, thank you. And so this is just like a breakdown of what it is about. Now you look at it, could be free or paid, where though you are not expecting anything, but there are opportunities and times where you get access to funds. You get paid stipends for your services. And most times it is free, but there are lots of opportunities where they give you stipends and they pay you some amount of money for volunteering with them. Though most time it's not usually the exact amount you are meant to be paid. And then it's an opportunity. Looking at the second diagram, you learn in the process of volunteering. You get to learn, you get to serve people, and in the process of doing this, you experience growth. That is what volunteering does to you. You get an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to serve other people, create impact and growth. So it's a two-way thing. You are giving out and receiving. And in the process of giving and receiving, you experience growth. And this is one way that it can elevate your career. So please move to the next slide, please. Thank you. So what does it even have any benefits? I'm sure a lot of us, for some of us that have had to be part of it, and for some that will not even know, what are even the benefits? Now, in the process of volunteering, you get to experience professional development. There are a lot of things I've had to gain via volunteering. There were things I didn't know about, that I didn't have access to, but I advanced in short, my scaling into different professions that's quite different from my primary profession came as a result of volunteering, where I gained, where I developed in my career in that area just by volunteering my time and skill to an organization. Personal growth and skills. There are some organizations that I had to volunteer for, and in the process of being part of those organizations, I had access to certain courses where we were trained that ordinarily I probably would have not been able to afford such. There was this organization that I volunteered for, and they brought this high level people to come and teach us certain things. And I'm like, it was a training that was a paid training, but I got access to it for free because I was volunteering for them at that time. And that helped that helped me a lot, and I acquired those skills in that process. Also, it builds character. It helps you develop a lot personally. There are a lot of things that keep adding up to your life as a result of you giving. Now you get to build valuable network and productive connections. I mean, I've met amazing people that had nothing to do with my course of study. I've had to meet people that have been able to elevate my career and elevate different aspects of my life in the process of being part of a course, of giving my time and services to an organization. That is even one of the things that a lot of people have gained from volunteering. You get to network, you get to build productive connections, you get to meet people that would later contribute to your growth. And these connections can, in the process, also elevate and help your career. In short, I would say that some of the opportunities that I've gotten in my career, I got it via connections that I built through volunteering. Indirectly, it had helped elevate my career. Now, visibility and exposure. The truth is that when you participate in volunteering, it gives you visibility and exposure that ordinarily you wouldn't have had access to. You start getting access to certain things. People start to see you and what you do. People begin to, your skills become visible it brings light. It kind of brings a light to your potentials. It kind of even, there were things I didn't know I could do and skills I didn't know I had until I had access to, until I started volunteering and I volunteered with certain person. I was like, oh, Esther, you could do this. I mean, I didn't even know there was the organization that I volunteered for, and I didn't even know I had the potential of certain skills. And before you know, they had transitioned me into another role that I didn't even know I could do that. That is what it does to you. It gives you access to a lot of opportunities, job opportunities, scholarships, fellowships, etc. Now, if you look at a lot of people that have had to win some scholarship and even some fellowships and the rest, you discover that one of their selling points was their volunteering experience. Most times when some bigger opportunities come, they're looking at what has this person done? What has this person done? How have they contributed to society or to other people? It gives you access to opportunities. And it even gives you access to even job opportunities. Now, there are people that even in the non-NGO world, most times they'll say one of the places to start from is to volunteer. And because they'll be like, there's always maybe 80% possibility or probability for you to be given a job at that place you're volunteering. And that's why some persons will, if they're interested in an organization or interested in working with a group of persons, they start by volunteering with them because they know that in the process of volunteering, it will give them access to bigger opportunity of becoming a staff or working with those people directly. And so that's why many times they will advise that start by volunteering with this person. And before you know, you would get bigger opportunities. And even sometimes some requirements for certain things you want to do and even certain opportunities you want to get, your biggest bread, so to say, would be that you've been part of an organization and you've been part of a cause and you've donated your services and skills for free. And that's why if you listen to if you get to hear a lot of stories from people that have won scholarship or gotten access to something, they will tell you that they'll share when you read their proposal. I had to read a lot of people proposals and then statement of purpose, and you will see that a lot of persons make sure they include their volunteering experience because it's part of what is one of the selling points too. And it gives you an opportunity to create impact. It gives you an opportunity to be part of something amazing and reach out to the lives of people. And you find fulfillment in doing it. Because first of all, why it gives you fulfillment is that you're even doing it, first of all, even though hidden somewhere most of the time, there is a bigger intention, which is to get bigger opportunities. Most times you're doing it for free, but maybe inside somewhere, there's a hidden agenda, so to say. But because you are doing it and not expecting something at that time, you find fulfillment because most times you volunteer for things you're passionate about, things you're enjoying doing. And in the process, you see yourself experiencing this, you feel fulfilled and happy that you are part of something and you're making people happy and excited because you're contributing to something. Please move to the next slide. I hope we're gaining something. Please move to the next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so as professionals, as vets, how does it elevate our career? Now, you discover that there are certain experiences that is needed. You apply for jobs. They say they need 5 years experience, 2 years experience, and nobody is willing to take a risk on you. Nobody is willing to take the risk on you and give you the job without experience. So one of the way you can elevate your career by volunteering, what it will do to you is that it will help you acquire valuable experience that are relevant to veterinary practice. You know, there was a time before I traveled, I said there were certain things I was interested in, and I was going to find a vet and just tell the person, I'm going to volunteer for you for free because I just want to acquire this experience and learn. There's certain experience you would never get, and you will never be able to get to a certain level until you gain certain experience. You know, you get to see some jobs and they say 5 years experience, 2 years experience, and my life is just starting. I've not even had an opportunity to attend to how many cases. I probably don't even know. I've probably never done any surgery. And then they're looking for somebody with 2 years experience, 3 years experience. I mean, the truth is that it's hard to go and volunteer for free at the start of your career when you're looking for a job. I mean, after spending we spent 6 years in the university, some 7, 8 years. Imagine spending that number of years, and then you have to go and look for a place to volunteer for free. You know, that's not been the first option. But the truth is that there are certain price you have to pay to elevate your career, and volunteering is one of it. That you get to offer your services for free so that you will gain the experience that is needed to elevate your career, that is needed for you to get to. The truth is, whether we like it or not, there are certain roles you cannot attain except you have certain level of experience. And these experiences, you cannot just gain them just by watching. You gain them by being part of the practice, by being inside and participating in every the process that are involved. And one of the way you can do this is, you see, like Dr. Mary is saying she volunteered at an hospital 10 years ago and she's happy. You see, so there's a lot of things you are going to gain. But the truth is that because why it's very necessary for some of us to do this is because there are certain things you sincerely would not learn, and there are certain places you will not go on unless you are doing it for free. There are certain clinics they will not allow you to come and be part of without experience. But if you say you're coming for free, they will allow you. Imagine if I'm eyeing one hospital and there are certain things they are doing that I'm interested in, for instance. And I know that they will never employ me. But imagine if I go and offer their services or go and meet them and say, I just want to come and volunteer for free and learn for free. I would be able to gain access to that place. Ordinarily, I wouldn't gain access to it. I would be there and I will learn. But I can never gain that experience if I didn't volunteer to be there, because first, I don't even have the skills and experience to be a part of that practice or a part of that clinic. You get to learn specific skills. During my internship in Abuja then, the clinic that I did internship, there were a lot of skills I learned there that were not just for veterinary practice, because it was a very organized clinic that had a lot of things put in place. And so there was a lot to learn. After that, I think that was in I can't remember, but it's like how many years ago. And the interesting thing is that it was my first encounter with POS. That time POS were just coming out. Not many people were using POS. And they were using POS at the clinic at that time. And then we had electronic information system. And we even had access to get to log in where you get to put the records of the animals in the system, and then you get to set a reminder for their vaccination time, and then there's a way the system reminds you when there's a vaccination or something. I learned some of those things, and even clinic practice, business of the business of veterinary medicine, sort of being part of that place. And of course, I've said it earlier, you get access to bigger opportunities. And then you get to network for career growth. You get to meet colleagues. The truth is that our profession we can't do well in our profession without networking, without other people. There are certain times we have to see that even some of the groups, we have somebody who come and drop a case that, I had this case. Please, does anybody have insight on how I can solve this case? There are people that have more experience than you, that have been to there are some doctors that are way older than me that have been in the profession, that probably when I was still in university, when I was still a baby, they were already probably done from the university, or maybe they're older than me with 10 years in the profession and all. Now, volunteering give you an opportunity to network for career growth. You get access to people, you get access to network with people, and then because sincerely, we can't do without each other in this profession. Nobody knows it all. You can't handle all the cases. You've not experienced all the cases. If somebody that has there's someone that has done a particular case you've not done, and imagine anytime you have this kind of cases, I want to come and volunteer and help you, and I'll just be coming to your place anytime you have maybe poultry cases, anytime you have any equine cases or something. I would come and be part of it. I just want to be a part of it so that I will learn. You don't need to, whatever money you get, I don't want to be a part of it. I just want to learn the thing, because in my own clinic, I don't get to have any of this. Or you see, you get to a place that just deals with, okay, the clinic I was part of then, they had them they had both a clinic that in a place that they deal more with poultry. And then they had others that deal more with this. Imagine if I say, okay, I will volunteer with this particular clinic and learn all the thing that has to do with poultry. And then I will go to this state and learn all that has to do with this thing, especially for people that are not maybe specializing in any area. Maybe they want to specialize in different fields. So volunteering is actually very necessary as a professional, as a vet, especially for someone that is starting out. It can be tricky because, I mean, after spending how many years and with all the sweet things we had in school and how amazing this course is and how there's so much money, you would want to why don't I start making the money immediately? But the truth is, it's not as easy as it seems. You have to start from somewhere. And one of the places you have to start from to elevate your career and to get access to certain skills that ordinarily you would not have access to is via volunteering. Of course, you learn something during PP, but those sometimes, instead of going through some of the roads of trial and errors and even just getting by yourself, it's good to start from somewhere. But of course, if it's necessary for you to just maybe start get any money at a go because of how much you've spent in school, you can also do by the side and try to volunteer and get some skills that are needed for you to elevate your career. Please move to the next slide. Okay, so there are different opportunities. So many. These are just, there are different types of volunteering opportunities that are available that you could volunteer. Now, I'm saying it that even as a doctor, you're not restricted to only volunteering in one area. Like me, I've volunteered in different organizations that have changed my perspective about so many things. And at this point, sometimes I don't know that I've acquired a lot of skills in the process because I've volunteered in different sectors. If I'm going to look at this whole list, I think I've volunteered in almost all of them in different sectors. But they are valuable to me at every point. They become a part of me that there are different areas I can confidently say things and do things in. And I think sometimes I feel like my CV is kind of messy sometimes because I've had to function in different places and learn so much. But of course, I have a focus. It doesn't mean I'm trying to learn everything. No, it just aligns with my interests. And sometimes I'm specific about things I want to learn in the process. Now, look at, there's climate and environmental conservation, agriculture, which ours fall into, education and literacy programs, community development, human rights and legal aid, health and medical volunteer programs. Now, these are types of volunteering opportunities that you could be a part of. And in the process of being a part of this, you can, you get to elevate and upsurge your career in the process by being a part of all of this. You get to experience growth. You get to acquire skills in the process. So these are different opportunities that are available, and it's not limited to this. There are different ones. You can just check it out and you'll see that there are different organizations that fall under this. if you look at now, you see that there's a lot around climate and environmental conservation right now because of the current climate change. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and so there's even funding, a lot of funding for it. And there are different organizations, there are programs. In short, there are some places where you just start anything about environment, they are going to listen to you because it's something that we need. And so these are different types. You can check out any of them. Please, next slide. Okay. Okay. How do we assess these opportunities? Now, first of all, Angel, we've said a lot of things, and somebody's waiting for me like, okay, I know all these things. I know it's important. I know it's going to help me elevate my career. I know how it's going to, but how do I get access to them? First of all, before we start diving into all of the process and all, first, identify the skills, interests, and passion. The skills that you have already and the skills that you're interested in. Interest. What are your interests? What are you interested in? What are you passionate about? The truth is that there are veterinarians here that are probably not interested in veterinary practices, or maybe they're interested, but they want to attach some things. Now, if you look at what was read about me, though though my primary course of study and even my current research, I'm still doing something outside of it, and it has not stopped me from functioning in my in what I'm currently doing as a researcher. Now, identifying your skills and interests will help streamline your search and will help guide you in assessing these opportunities. Because when you know what you're interested in, I knew what I was interested in and what my passions were and the skills. There are times, if you look at some of the books I've written down skills that I have and the ones I'm interested in. And then I try to check which organization it aligns with. Doing that will help you to know exact opportunities you should go for, so that you don't just start going for every and anything, and then reducing your chances of getting access to them. So first, then when you've been able to identify these things, you start searching, you select, and you apply. Application could take different forms. You could apply on sites, go to sites, send your CV and all of that. And then there are also cases where you could just reach out to people. Now, in a later part, I'm going to talk about something of how you can also get some opportunities. Oh, that's interesting. Me too, I'm also interested in tech, sort of. I think currently I'm doing something in tech too. So then when you can also reach out to people manually, sort of like, I'm interested in what you're doing. I would like to be a part of this thing. Can I, my name is that and that. I have this and this. I'm interested in that and I would like to be a part of what you're doing. And then like that. And then you network with the right friends and people. Sincerely, for me, most of the people and organizations I've had to work with, I didn't really apply for most of them. I got them through friends and the people in my life. The people I'm connected to, I got access to those opportunities through them, just by connecting with the right people. Most of them, some of them via recommendation. They wanted to do something. There was an organization I worked with on a project. They just said, person just reached out to me and said, Esther, I know you've done a lot in this, you're interested in this, so we need you to come and be part of us to do this. And so most of the times I've had to get some via recommendations and some via friends. Like, oh, Esther, this thing, someone send this, I'm sending you this link. And because I have friends that are involved in a lot of this and have access to a lot of some of these opportunities, they just send it to me and I just apply. And some is just via recommendations. And some I just step into it, and I will talk about how I got others too. And then hone your skills. Don't just the truth is that there are some opportunities you want to get that you cannot get them until you have certain skills. So in the process of the whole application, you develop your skills. There's no end to development. You take courses, you learn, like almost every time I'm either reading an article on something, taking a course online, or watching a YouTube video. I have YouTube videos saved on different things that I'm interested in. Like today now, I've written down the list of specific areas that I want to watch a video on. And I said that I'm going to watch video on this for 15, on this topic, on this topic, and on this topic. And I already outlined it. And this is what I'm going to do by the end of today. I'm doing that because I want to, I don't just want to have the basic knowledge of a skill. I want to be good at them, that when I need it, I have it professionally and in depth. And stay prepared. It's not when they send you, there's an opportunity, you now start dusting your CV, or you now start putting things that you need to put together. No, be prepared ahead of time. Gather all that you need to gather. Have written statement of purpose. Have prepare your CV. Be prepared. Be researching on certain things so that when you see opportunities, you will not just be. I've seen times where they just come and post this thing online, or an organization just come and write that they're looking for something, and then they'll say everybody should pitch in the comment section. And then when you look at the write-up of some people, you know that this one have been prepared from time. They don't need to go and start trying to search for everything. They're already prepared. Everything is on ground. They're just waiting for opportunities. Please move to the next slide. Please move to the next slide. Thank you. Okay, so positioning. You're almost getting done. So hang in there. So positioning. How do you position? No, please move to the backward, please. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. Positioning. So there is I sectioned it in different this thing because there's somewhere I'm getting to. Mental and mindset positioning. This is the first thing you need to put in mind. Have the right mindset. Position your mindset to experience growth and to get access to these opportunities. Don't just have this opportunity that, oh, these people that are always getting this opportunity, they are better. These people are always getting it. Me, I can never get it, sort of. There's something. Like first, I didn't know that. I used to feel that certain persons are maybe selected for certain positions. But I realized that it's a mindset thing. So first of all, have this change your mindset and fix it. Now, skills positioning, which I've talked about. Worked on your skill. Position your skill in such a way that when opportunities come, your skill will make you stand out. Now, when you are trying to get access to some of these opportunities, what they look at for is skills. So you must have to make sure that you get skills that align. I'm not talking about maybe you have to be, since we are talking about you going to learn, why do I need skill to go and learn again? The truth is that there are basic things you have to have. And there are certain positions that you want to get to and opportunities you want to get to that skills are needed to get there. Certain level of skills. And then social media positioning. See, social media is a powerful tool and it's something that, depending on how we use it, it's whether you whether get something from it. It's either you use it productively or unproductively. Now, there are some persons I'm working with, I've never met them. I just got access to them through their projects we are working together, that we only got we got access to each other via social media. I probably may not meet them, may never meet some of them. I've worked with some people on a project for 4 years. I've not seen them. We got to connect via social media. Now, one of my first volunteering opportunity outside my comfort zone was via Twitter. And then the CEO just there was just a conversation on the timeline, and then we had an exchange on the timeline, and then he asked me that if I was interested in being, that they had, if I could volunteer with them on something. And then from then I started volunteering with them, and even had to be the social media manager for the CEO at some point. I've not met them till date, but there were some other projects I had to do with other members of the team outside of social media. Now, there was someone who wanted to come in on a project, and I wanted to recommend someone that had seen her work on social media. And as soon as I called the person's name, the person told me that he had also seen her works on social media. The person saw her works via my social media when I shared it. And so you didn't need to do much again, because she had positioned herself properly to assess these opportunities. So they just needed to take her in. So what are you posting on your social media? How are you using your social media? Are you using it to connect with valuable friends? Are you positioning yourself for opportunities? Or are you just probably posting pictures, catching up, or just catching cruise? It's good, but it shouldn't be the major thing you do there. Or are you just there, I want to be a ghost member? Please don't be a ghost member on social media. It's a very powerful tool that can get you access to opportunities that will elevate your career. You need to position yourself properly by what you post and what you do there, and the kind of people in your network of friends. Let it not just be it's only your village people that are your friends on social media, and that's the only people you are following. You should follow maybe senior colleagues. You follow international organizations, people that are doing stuff that are interesting, that you can learn from, that will people that will challenge you, not people that you would think that, not people that when you are there, it seems you are better than them, and then it's just people are just posting pictures. I was saying that I need to remove some persons from my from my social media page, because it seems they're not aligning with my what I want. If they're just going to be posting cruise, of course, there are times, if you go to my social media, there are times I just play a lot. I just play and play and play, but it's not all the time. And then there's resume positioning, where you are making sure you are building your CV in such a way that when you send it to somebody, or you send it to an organization, they cannot say no to you. Then your career, positioning your career in such a way that you can access certain opportunities by how you build yourself, how you are learning, how you are acquiring knowledge and skills while waiting for opportunities. Then networking, attending events. Don't be the type that say, I'm an introvert, I cannot go out. I don't go out. Attend NVMA meetings and vet associations meeting, IVSC or whatever, every kind of event. Maybe they said an event coming up, attend. You will meet people. You will connect with people that will connect you. I know that for me, there are some points in my life that I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that have what I need. You connect, you make sure you network, especially for this our professional generally. You need networking. And you cannot network sitting inside your room alone. Especially for your career, to elevate your career, you need to network with people in your career. Attending meetings, connecting, and others. Please move to the next slide. I think my time is close. Let me quickly, I think it's almost close. I will soon be finishing. Now, some helpful tips. These are just like added tips. Start where you are. You can even start by being the person, by starting something. You can start with the small organizations around you. You can start with a small vet shop that is close to your house. That alone can be a starting point for you. I've been looking for a bigger opportunity for something. I didn't get it. But I got a very tiny opportunity and I decided to go. It was very tiny actually, very little. But the truth is that that small opportunity was the thing that gave me the needed experience to get the big one. That was what gave me access. That was what gave me the opportunity for that big one. It was just a small opportunity and a small one. When I got it, it's looking like, oh, don't even, what's the point? But I'm like, I need this for my career. I need this to be able to, because I need an experience in this particular place to be able to assess this. Be open-minded. Be somebody that is flexible. Take every opportunity seriously. Don't just joke around. Rejections are opportunity to try again. In this, when you start, I'm sure that after all these things, some of us will be pumped up to go and start applications. The truth is that in your journey of applications, you're going to meet rejections. You know, some of the people that will have to guide in applications, and they will come back and say, Esther, everybody just rejecting me. And we'll be like, it's part of the process. Don't worry, it's actually part of the process. Don't get discouraged. You're going to meet it. You just need to, when you get such rejections, don't just say, I'm done. Like, I will be applying for certain things, and when I get rejected, I will just laugh and say, let's move to the next. I've come to that point where I've kind of built like a shock absorber for rejections. That I feel that, I just need to go back and evaluate. Did I say something? What could have been the reason for this? Was it that they needed more people? Was it that my distance was not fine-tuned? Was it that it didn't meet the expectations or something? And then when I go back, I move on. I don't just stay there. It's okay to feel bad when you're in there, but keep trying. Almost, if you meet sometimes when some of my friends are in different places and in different countries that have access to several opportunities, when we are having discussions, people talk about their rejection story. There was one that even a small opportunity that it's easy to get, he didn't get it, but he would have felt discouraged. He got a bigger one. We're not saying that maybe they were praying for something bigger, or God had a bigger plan for you, sort of. That's why you had to get rejected for the smaller ones. Imagine if you had rejected the small one. I mean, you have felt bad. I'm like, if they can reject me in this small one, why will I go for higher ones? But it was the higher one he got. And there are times that you have a lot of rejections, and then before you know, you get so many opportunities, and then you have to choose. Please, when you get an opportunity to volunteer, take it like a real job. Don't come and say, after they're not paying me, why should I be? Right? You were going to miss out a lot. Then if you're not going to take it like a real job and be serious, there's no point volunteering, please. That's the truth. Take it like a real job. Put your mind into it that you will get, because it's an opportunity. It's a free opportunity. You are not paying for it. You're not going to, it's not like an apprentice. It's not like something you went to pay for and then you're teaching you. It's something you're learning for free. Because you're not being paid. If you know you're not going to take your volunteering seriously, there's no point being volunteering at all. There's no point. For you to get the best out of it and for it to help you elevate your career and get to that point, take it seriously, especially the ones that are little and you're starting with. The local one that you want to get access to the bigger one. Set specific and achievable goals. Now, there's something I wanted to apply for, and then there was a time I said that every day I'll be doing 10 applications. If I can, by the time I checked, every day I would do 10 applications, and then there was a time that I had to set it to like maybe 10 in how many days. And there are times, me personally, I just play around the applications. I apply for something and they called me and I was like, I don't think I'm interested in this thing. And then they're sending me different faces. I'm like, I was just playing. So you set goals, specific goals. Like, okay, in the next how many, in 3 months' time, I want to be able to like learn this thing, read this thing, get access to these opportunities. All this you are gearing it towards a way that it will help elevate your career and how you access some of these opportunities. Please, the next slide. Okay, some of the places you can access it, it's not limited to read, there are a lot of it. There's UN volunteers. A friend of mine got an opportunity to reach one country through this to go and do a job there, to go and work there as volunteer. Opportunity deck, there are a lot of opportunity. There are some I just go and browse opportunity decks to check. You just type it. You just go and check. There are a lot of opportunities you can have access to, so many of them. You just get to check. There's Wildlife Conservation Society. We have it in Nigeria. For those that are interested in conservation, in wildlife conservation. There's Global Vets, there's Volunteer World, there's World Vets, the Worldwide Vets, there's Vital Veterinary Volunteer. It's for both vets and medical. The International Volunteer Headquarters, there's Go Volunteer Africa. It's not limited to this, but there are so many. You just need to go out there and search. You just need to, they have an organization with us in, you can even ask some person. That's why I talk also networking. You can ask people. You can reach out to people. You can ask. I mean, I know some persons that they have all these opportunities ready. I have a friend that's only the opportunities he posts about. He just only for NGOs. And then there are some that are just for international opportunities. And then there's some just specific. So you just need to keep searching for this and you'll get access to it. Please, next slide. As I come to a close, I said I'm going to try to finish before 1 hour. I'm glad I was able to. Now, in conclusion, both local and international volunteering offers a variety of opportunities for career elevation, including skill development, networking, exposure to a wide range of valuable experiences. Volunteering gives you an opportunity to improve your employment prospects, enhance your professional profile, and also give you an opportunity to make a difference. It's just like volunteering gives you a wholesome experience where it's more of a win-win thing. Even though you are giving out, you are gaining a lot in the process. You get to grow, elevate your career, and even your personal life. Volunteering is something that does something to your life, your entire life, and in its entirety. Like, it's not just touching your professional life; it's also touching your personal life too, because you are developing character, you are developing skills, and you are finding fulfillment doing something you love. So these opportunities are available. You can get it. You are able to get it. You need it. It is something that will help you elevate your career. And it's very easy to get. Let me not use very easy, so that the way they say vet is easy but not easy. And they say, if we say vet is easy but it's difficult almost. So let me not say it's very easy. It's actually an interesting opportunity for it's something that is needed for your career, and it's something I can say for sure has the ability to elevate your career at different levels. I mean, I'm somebody that I can attest to that. It has elevated my career in no little way. I've had different experiences in different areas just because of volunteering. There are things I would not have access to, I would not know. There are people I will not connect to. The aspect of my life I would not know. There are skills I won't learn. I only got to know it through this. And finally, please, for you to have this experience and for you to grow in whatever professions you are, and even currently we are vets. Like someone, I saw a comment that said, learning has no end. You keep learning, you keep growing. Currently, I'm taking a course that's lasting for how many months, and I've had to sit myself down like, why am I doing this? But I've asked myself that it's valuable for the next phase and what I want to do. And so every time I keep looking for how I can improve myself, because um, whatever profession you are, it's advancing. You need to also advance with it. You cannot just remain like that. And that's the only way you can stand out and grow and elevate your career, by giving yourself opportunity to grow and to learn. I I know that I believe and I hope that we've learned something in this process and we'll be able to learn, even if it's one thing. I hope you've learned something. I think this is the last slide, please, which is thank you for listening. Thank you so much for the audience. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so very much, Ma, for sharing and giving us an idea on how to really make our career very useful by chasing up our dream through volunteerism. I must confess, Ma, you have done justice to this particular topic, because this topic will give us an opportunity to improve on our career through volunteering, which will help us to connect, identify our own skills, interests, and passion. And it's open opportunities for us. It's just left for us to try to network with the right personalities. So, our dear participants, the sky will not be your limits. Trust me,
Yes.
it will be your starting point.
Yeah.
So, thank you once again, Ma. Thank you very, very much. So, next is the participatory session, whereby I will be reading questions and
Okay.
then, yes, directed to you, Ma.
Okay.
Yes. Someone sent me a private, I don't know why that person did not. Okay, so the person is asking for a scholarship. Um,
Okay.
what scholarship do you think is open for veterinarians? And if you can give recommendations on that.
There are lots. It depends on what you're interested in. Actually, it depends on the if you want to go to if you want to further your education, and because if you want to go to, I don't know, if you interested in maybe going to school, like we are in school, like, and it also depends on your course, and then your the country of choice. Like me, I was interested in a particular thing. That is why I had to go and do a master's in bioinformatics. It's not veterinary, so veterinary. It's not a veterinary course. But of course, I remember that during my course, they invited they invited a vet doctor from the US to, as a part of my course, to come and see how it relates to even vets. And that was my. So it depends on what you're interested in. There are a lot of it online. Um, there are a lot that are open to veterinarians, actually, different for MSc, and for PhD, and for us vets, we actually have access to get some scholarship opportunity in different fields. Now, one of there are different scholarships. There's the you can most times what we do, and one of the things we help people do most times, we try to like go to the schools directly and retrieve scholarship openings in those schools. So that's one of the things I would always say people should do. Like, go to schools that you're interested in, just browse schools and then search the ones that are specific to what you want. Now, like me, where I am, there's one that's called Open Door, which generally cut across different fields. And you just need to apply for it, and you will get access to it. And in some countries there are some shared scholarships. There are different types. There are either partial scholarship or shared. But I feel that vets are open to many of them. You just need to find the one that you want, or based on your interest. Like, okay, I want to do public health. that's one thing that I've seen that it has worked for people. We just go specific. We go to this. We search for. We pick a country that we're interested in, and then pick schools that are top schools. Like sometimes my friends start to send me the veterinary openings in their schools, and they send it to me like, okay, Esther, are you interested in this, or do you have people that are interested in it? And then they send it to me, and sometimes I share it with other people like that.
Okay. Thank you, Ma. I think there is another question from Okoigi. She said she's interested in moving forward with career, but I have little kids. What volunteer job can I do, especially online, that affords me time to care for my family?
Please, can you go over the questions again?
Okay. She's asking what volunteer job can she do online that affords time to care for her family? Okay, she's saying that she has a kid and she really wants to move forward with her career. So she's asking if what volunteer job she can engage in, maybe online, if there is any.
Okay, like this UN volunteers, they have online opportunities that you can volunteer for, but I don't know how their application process is. And then there are some organizations that you can reach out to, like okay, like the organization I work with. I work with them remotely, and then there are some persons volunteering with us that are remote. They work with us, and it's structured such that we work per project and per time. So most of the people volunteering with us don't need to be on ground. It's only when we need to work on a particular project in a place, which we only use people that are present in. There's a project we're supposed to do in Abuja. It's only people that are in Abuja that are going to be working on that project. But I would be managing the project from here. But I would not be past. I don't have to be on ground. I just need to manage it from here, and just need to and then there are some people that are going to be part of the project. They are not, there's someone that works with me on the project. She's not going to be there. She's going to be working for where she's married to with kids. She's going to be working from where she is, but she's going to be participating in the project too by just doing her tasks. So there are some, you can just reach out to certain organizations. There are some organizations and they have such remote jobs. I don't know, I would have maybe brought out some of the list of some of these that you can actually do remotely. Like most of the people that are working with us on certain projects are actually all working remotely. So they don't need to be present. And it's not like they have to show up every single day. They have specific tasks they do per time, and they have stipulated time to work. And then they give feedback on we get to get reports on each of their projects. How do you, I just saw a question now.
How do you manage being a volunteer and being broke?
The truth is that there are a lot of volunteering opportunities actually that are paid. It's a volunteer opportunity, but it's paid opportunity. I mean, they give stipends. Like the first NGO I worked with, all the volunteers that were working with us were being paid. They were all being paid, but they were not paid the amount they were worth. They were just paid. They were paid supportive amounts, and there were some projects some volunteering work I did that I had to they just give us stipends, maybe transport money, feeding money, just to cover up. That's how I said it earlier, that sometimes volunteering can be tricky because you want to make money, you don't have time to be doing something for free. So the best part will be to do it part time. You could find a way to volunteer part time, especially when you see that you need that opportunity, but you also need to make money to eat, to survive, especially considering the situation it's not just in Nigeria, everywhere. So you can volunteer part-time. There's actually opportunity to volunteer part-time. Like some of the people that volunteer with us actually volunteering part-time. They are not full-time. And that's why we don't really expect them to show up every day or do tasks every day. They have to do tasks per project. So you can look for opportunities and reach out to even individual and organization that, okay, I would like to volunteer for you part-time. And these are the stipulated. There are even some volunteering opportunities online. When you check, they will ask how many hours are you available. Even for for our teenagers, the stuff we do with teenagers, they had to like there was a time we needed mentors, and what we did, when we wanted to make it, when we created a form for volunteers, we wrote, there was a part of the form we wrote how many hours do you have to volunteer in a week, and how much time are you available. So these are, and so that to know because we know that they are volunteering part-time, but volunteering part-time does not mean they don't have access to the opportunities. They will still grow in their career, and they will still learn what they need to learn within that part. So for that, you can volunteer part-time. You can find a place you're volunteering part-time while also you're hustling to get money. And so in the process, it's a win-win for you. You are getting money and you're still, and then you can also focus on volunteering opportunities that have maybe stipends attached to it that can maybe solve your, because the truth is that we have to be real, we need the money to survive. There's UN volunteers actually. Just type
Okay.
UN volunteers online. UN
Okay.
volunteer. You will see it when you type UN volunteer online. It will pop up. Just type UN volunteer online. You'll see a particular place, and then one of the places you can start, because sometimes the opportunity, the chances, the competition is high. You can start by the organizations around you and see how you can reach out to people, reach out to organizations, local organizations, and even individuals that you would like to volunteer. And I don't know, I would have brought some leads, but I know there are some organizations that are open to volunteering for free part time.
Okay, ma. You can actually bring out the list and then share it with me. I will share
Okay,
it to you.
all right, no problem.
Yes, ma. Okay, a message from Joel Bauchi. Thank you, Doc, for a wonderful presentation from your experience. Any age limits?
For most volunteering opportunities, there are some that are limited to certain age. There are some actually. You see that you see some opportunities, they'll say no less than 35 years. Some they'll say 25 years. That's why before you apply for any, most times when I want to do any applications, the first thing I do, not to waste my time, I read all the requirements. If it doesn't align, I don't even go on. Except the one that is like, let me test it for character development. I would just apply even if it doesn't align. I will say, let me use it for character development to feel, let me gain the experience while applying for it. So for that, you first of all have to check all most of them have requirements. There are some that they don't put any limits. There are some they put, some they'll say 25 years old, some they'll say 30, some 35. So it depends on the requirements. Each every NGO has every opportunity has specific requirements. There's none that really have maybe the same as requirements. Everyone they have different. It's different from, and it cuts across different organizations. But for our profession, I think you can walk up to a clinic and say, "Mark, can I volunteer for free?" I don't think they will stop you. Even if
I
you're,
think for that one is easy to get
yeah, they
actually,
won't- even if you're 50 years old, they'll say no
other than
problem.
these international organizations.
Yeah.
Because okay, what's the criteria for these international organizations for you to volunteer?
There are some like there are some they would you will need to have like of course the basic one is that you have an international passport, and
Okay.
that's for some
So
if they
what if
need.
someone has never traveled out before?
I don't think it really count if you have this, if you have the needed skills and experience. Now like you know that um, different different opportunities come with different requirements. It doesn't matter whether you've traveled or not. What matters is that you meet their basic criteria. Some they require that you have skills in certain area. Some they want to see that you are a change agent in a place, that you've been able to contribute to something. There are many of them said they will ask you what you've done, they want to hear your story, that you're able to write something, your statement of purpose and your motivational letter is well written and well drafted. Now, there was an argument on Twitter where there was a guy, I'm sure some person that were conversant with that period knew when this guy said dev is a chat GTP word. So now, the way you're writing the way you wrote your what's it called, your motivational letter, sometimes they'll flag it up if it's if they feel that you copied it from somewhere very bad thing. There are some persons that I saw someone was posting someone that wrote a letter to a cover letter, and then he or she just copied ChatGPT, both the prompting and everything, without leaving the prompting. Let's help you out, all these things. He left everything on it. He didn't even get to edit anything. And I mean, for me, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, anybody seeing that will not even need to read it. So you have to like get the right skills. It doesn't matter if you've traveled or not. Get the right skills, because you cannot be saying you want to go for international opportunity and you don't have a passport. What are you going to use to travel with? Then at least have a well-written motivational letter that is captivating. Now, there are different process. There's the application process, and then there's the interview phase. Sometimes the interview phase, they're trying to check to collaborate your story with what you wrote. So if somebody wrote it for you, they will know. If what you were saying were lies, they will also know during the process of asking you questions. And then tailoring your CV to fit into different positions. Like, don't let your CV not just be that the experiences you have are not just even rhyming. I mean, you're applying for maybe a vet job, and the experiences you are still putting all your teaching experience. Of course, there's a way to put it, but you should craft your CV at every point to suit into different opportunities. There are some, they don't even really need you to have so much. They don't need you to have a story, a captivating story, and the fact that you've been part of something that can give you an opportunity to be part of them. And they want to see that you have something to give. Most times they look out for skills you can give. What skills do you have? What can you do? Not even maybe achieve. Sometimes some of them don't even look at your academic achievement. They want to see what you can do. I mean, you don't have anything, but I can do this. And it doesn't matter your background, but you can do this. I have this, I can do that, and I can do this, and I can bring this thing to life. So that's it.
Okay, so thank you very, very much, Ma. So I think in the absence of any other questions, okay, I think it's past time. So thank you, everyone, as we have come to the end of today's Aspire, and especially to our HOP expert, Dr. Idota Esther Ene, for sparing her time despite her tight schedule to be with us today, giving an impact to our lives. Ma, you indeed an inspiration to us, and we hope to have you more and more again. So thank you everyone for attending, and see you on our next Aspire program by Famalat. Please stay tuned for more interesting Aspire programs, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel for more information. And if you have topic recommendations, you can kindly drop a comment as we will attend to. So once again, thank you for coming. I remain Dr. Zainab Abdullahi. So see you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
When we talk of fishes and how to make them healthy. When we talk of ducks and pets all around and how to make them happy. All that comes to play is family. All that comes to mind is family. When we talk about to make a fun and how to make it grow. When we talk of everything, now family to know. Now family to know. Even as a family, my crops that know that we die. In education, we are things. information, we are first. Sensitization, we number one. Farmer love, farmer love. We are the farmer friend. Yeah, we are the farmer friend. We are the farmer friend. We are the farmer friend. Farmer love, farmer love, farmer love. Farmer love, providing health care for livestock owners and their livestock.